Tuples in Python. Tuple items are ordered, which means that the items appear as you assign during the creation. You can have duplicate items in your tuples. You can access tuple items using index number, and the tuple content is not changeable. So you cannot modify the values of tuple. We also talked about tuples briefly in the data type chapter. So you know how to create a variable type tuple, hopefully. This is the tuple. Here you have values and also duplicate value. Now in this example, you have to type Aklionos. If you want to get the length of your tuple, you can use the len method and then pass here your variable name or your tuple name. If you want to create a tuple with only one item, you have to add comma, otherwise it is not tuple data type and you get error. You can also create tuple using tuple constructor, and then you have to use extra parentheses and then enter values inside of this parenthesis for your tuple. You can have different data types. Here we have integer, boolean, and text or string. If you want to access an item in tuple, you can use the index number of that item. You can also access items using negative index number. So this is like a list, as I told you in the previous chapter. Here we get the last item using the positive index number. So here we have 0, 1, 2, 3. Here we do it another way. Give me the item with the index -1, which is again the last item. The same way as the lists, you can access range of items. When you access range of items, it returns a new tuple with the item in the specified range. So here we say, give me a tuple with the items from index 2 to index 6, and the end of the range is not included. And if you don't specify the end, you will get all items from the start point to the end. And if you don't specify the start, you get all items from the start of your tuple to the specified range and not including the end. You also can access items using negative index number. Let us print this to the console. It says only Iran and comma. When you say negative, it starts from the end. So Brazil is -1, Iraq is -2, Iran is -3. You say -3, which is Iran, and -2 is Iraq. Change tuple values. You cannot change tuple values, but there are workarounds. You can change the tuple value by converting your tuple to the list, modify its content, and then convert it back to tuple. As we try to change the item at the index 4 to Somalia. So to list, and then you pass here your variable or your tuple, then it becomes a list. When it is a list, you can do all list operations on it. So one of the operation is that you change it is item, and then you convert it back to tuple using the tuple constructor. Add item to tuple. So tuples are unchangeable. You can again convert it to list, append new item, and then convert it back to tuple. In this tuple we have 10, 100, and 1000. We want to add 10,000, so we have to convert it to list, append the new item at the end of the list, and then convert it back to tuple. Or another way to add new items to your tuple is to add another tuple to your tuple. And here we use add an assignment operator to add a new tuple to our tuple with the value 100,000. We have 100,000 here. Remove items from tuple. So the same thing, convert your tuple to list. Remove its item, or remove an item from the end of your list using pop, using del keyword and then the name of your list and the index number. Or you can completely delete your tuple. Packing and unpacking. What is packing? Packing is when you create your tuple and assign values to it. So this is packing a tuple. Unpacking is that you convert its values or its items to variables. Now it is like a variable, and each variable refers to an item in your tuple. Orange is orange because orange is associated to orange item. It is not mandatory to name it the same as the value. Name it 1. The order of your variable is the same as the order of items in the tuple. So the first variable is associated with the first item, the second one to the second item. So if I print this, it is the same thing, orange. If you have a very long tuple, you can get a range of the items using star and a name. When you use star and variable name, it returns a list. Let me show you. I use the rest. So when you call it, you don't need to call it using also the star. So it is without the star. So you see, this is a list. So you have the first item, the second item, and the rest of them is now in the rest variable. You can also use the star with the variables at the beginning or anywhere inside the parentheses where you unpack your tuple. So here you have the first item and here the last item, and it will get the rest. And the rest will be here different. We have green, blue, pink, black. You can look through tuples the exact same way that you look through lists. So we talked about looping through lists in the previous chapter. Just an example. So here we are looping through the colors and then getting its value. You can also look through the index numbers. You can also look through tuples using while loop. You can join multiple tuples together using the add operator. Here you have first pack tuple, which is apple, orange, grape, and then you have the color tuple, red, green, blue, pink, blah blah blah. Or you can join tuples together by converting them first to list and then doing list operation on them and converting them back to tuple. You can duplicate content of tuples. See, the original one is 1, 2, 3, and we multiply this by 3. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Tuple methods. And if you want to check how many times you have the same item in your tuple, you can use count method on your tuple and then pass here the item. It is 2 because we have this item 2 times in our tuple. If you want to get the index of an item in your tuple, then you can use the index method on your tuple and pass that item that you want to get its index. So if you want to check the index of Wednesday, you get 2. Why? Monday on index 0, we have Tuesday on index 1, and Wednesday on index 2. We have also another Wednesday at the last index. So it checks from left to the right. When it finds the item, it stops and returns the index of the item. You have the same method also in the list. Working with tuples is very simple and easy. That's why I prepared everything to save time and not wasting times for nothing.